Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with chapter number 4, which is based on arithmetic, logical instruction, and programs related to those ALU instruction. So up till now, we have seen what is microcontroller, difference between microcontroller and microprocessor, what are the criteria to select microcontroller, how is the architecture and block diagram of 8051 microcontroller, overview about 8051 family, memory size and space of ROM and RAM allocation in 8051, different types of jump, loop, and branch instruction set. Then we have seen the addressing modes of 8051, how the instruction sets are incorporated in addressing modes of 8051. And now we will be starting with chapter number 4, which is related to arithmetic and logical instruction. So let's move ahead. This is something very interesting. You might have learned in microprocessor 8085 also. Slight variation is there in syntax of instruction set in 8051. Let's have a look on it. So first instruction is addition of unsigned numbers. For addition of unsigned numbers means having positive sign which are greater than 0. No numbers are in negative range. So unsigned numbers are positive numbers. So to perform addition of two unsigned numbers, you will have syntax add. Add syntax is used to perform addition operation of two unsigned numbers. Now, the destination register will be always here accumulator. You can see the syntax for add ADDA, source. Source register can be anything. It can be register, immediate data, or it can be memory address. But the destination operand will be always accumulator register. Keep this thing in mind whenever you are using add operation or addition of two unsigned numbers. Every time destination operand will be register A. Source operand you can keep based on your requirement. You can select the source operand. Source operand can be a register, immediate data, or it can be memory. Here, memory to memory arithmetic operations are not allowed in 8051 assembly programming. So this way, addition of data present in A register and whatever present in source, it will be added and it will be saved to the destination register A. So final answer of addition will be updated in register A only. So A is equal to A plus source. So this way addition operation is going to be performed. So this is kind of arithmetic instruction. Example for this is given to you on screen. Here you can see the first instruction given to you is move A, 050F5H. So in register A, content will be F5. Now we are performing addition of data present in A and immediate data given to you is 0BH. So F5 plus 0B becomes 00, so that data will be saved in accumulator register. And here carry 1 is generated, so carry flag will be set 1. As after D7 bit carry is generated, so C5 flag carry flag will be set. The number of zeros here are even, but the number of ones are not even. So parity flag will be 0 here. If the number of ones are even, then parity flag will be set. Number of ones are odd, then parity flag will be set. Here number of ones are 0, which is an even number, so parity flag is reset. Now auxiliary flag AC. AC flag will be set whenever there is a generation of carry from D3 bit to D4 bit, from D3 to D4. D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. So whenever there is carry generated from D3 bit to D4 bit, from lower nibble to higher nibble carry generation is there, then at that time auxiliary carry flag will be set. AC will be set at that time. So this way, after performing any operation, you have to check which flags are set and which flags are reset. Again, example has been given to you for performing addition of data stored at RAM location 40 to 44. You have to write a program to add all the values, and here register A will contain the lower byte and register R7 will contain the higher byte, and all values should be in hexadecimal. The data given to you is on 40H address data is 70, on 41 RAM location data is EB, on 42 RAM location data is C5, 43 data is 5B, on 44 data is 30H. So data has been given to you. Now you have to check, or you have to add all the data, and you have to save the lower byte in accumulator and higher byte in R7 register. So initially we will start loading the data in register. Without loading this data in register, we cannot perform addition. So first we are loading R0 with content of 40. Then we will have 5 data. So first initially from 40 location we are starting. So we have such 5 locations. So 5 value I am loading here. Initially you have to clear accumulator so that no value is present in accumulator. Now we are loading accumulator data again into R7. So R7 is also cleared. Now we are starting to perform addition in accumulator. So add a comma at the rate R0. Initially R0 is 40H. So initially R0 is 40H. So from 40H data will be transferred in accumulator. It will be added. So first it will be 70. Now jump if no carry is generated. Until carry flag is 0, you have to jump to next. Now you have to increment R0. R0 will be incremented, so it will have location 40 plus 1, so 41. On 41, the data is EB, right? You have to again decrement and jump to R2. Here the data is again non-zero. From 5 it will become 4, and you have to jump to here again loop add. Previous data was 70 in accumulator. Now newer data at 41 is EB. 70 plus EB will occur. Again carry flag is not generated, so again it will go to R0, and this loop will keep on repeating. And if carry flag is set here, then it will increment R7. If carry is generated after adding two data, then R7 will be loaded with the carry bit. R7 register will keep the track of all the carry generated at the time of addition of 5 numbers. Okay, so this way whole program will run, and the final answer will be saved in accumulator and R7 register. Now the next instruction is ADDC. ADDC means you have to perform addition with carry. Whenever you are adding two 16-bit data operands, the propagation of carry from lower byte to higher byte is concerned. So whenever first byte is added, at that time if carry is generated, then you have to propagate that carry to the higher byte addition data. You can see here after adding E7 and 8D, carry is generated. Once we have computed addition as 74, carry is generated. So you have to propagate this carry to the higher byte which is generated at lower byte addition. So at this time, you will require some special instruction for addition which is ADDC. Add 16-bit data with carry. Clear? Again, we have the same example for what we have discussed is add with carry. Here data is given to you. Both the data is of 16-bit and you have to perform addition of two 16-bit data. You have to save the answer in R7 and R6 register where R6 register should have lower byte data. So it means that R7 will have higher byte data. So initially we are clearing the C register or C flag which is carry flag. Now move A comma hash 0E7. So 0E7 will be loaded in A accumulator register. And now in accumulator we are adding data which is lower byte data of another data that is 8D. So E7 and 8D are added. Now you have to move accumulator data into R6 and then you have to again load accumulator with 3C. Then we will perform addition with carry. So if carry flag was generated while adding the lower byte data, then you have to add that carry bit in this addition. So ADDC accumulator data is 3C and then next data higher byte is 3B. So we will take here 3B. So final answer will be added in accumulator. You have to load this higher byte in R7. So R7 will have the higher byte of data and lower byte already we have saved in R6 when we perform addition of lower byte data. So this way we will use ADDC add with carry instruction whenever we are performing addition between two 16-bit numbers. Now the next topic is BCD number system. Basically what is BCD number system? You might have studied it in digital electronics. What is BCD? BCD means it is a number range from 0 to 9. If that number range is exceeded, then you have to split it in two halves. So unpacked BCD means lower 4 bits of number you have to represent with the BCD number. So if you have a data, for example, 9, then it will be written in 8-bit form as 00001001. So this is unpacked BCD. Packed BCD, you will combine both the data. If 9 and 5 both you are combining, then you will write like 0101 1001. Then 59 is a packed BCD. Unpacked BCD means 9 separately you will write, 5 separately you will write in terms of binary number system. So this is concept of BCD number system. This already you have studied it in digital electronics. Just I am revising you the topic of unpacked and packed BCD. If unpacked BCD is given to you, you will write both the data separately for single number. Single byte will be represented separately, while here in packed BCD, the whole data will be written together in terms of binary number system. Now, adding two BCD numbers, if this addition of two BCD numbers exceeds the range of 0 to 9, then you have to add 6 into the final answer to make it in range of 0 to 9. BCD numbers are always in range of 0 to 9. We cannot exceed this range. They are in range of 0 to 9 only. So if here you can see after adding two data 17 and 28, the answer is 45. So this is in range. Both the digits are in between 0 to 9. But if the answer you are having is 3F, then the programmer should add 06. So 06 you are adding, then final answer is 45. So this way you have to solve this thing whenever you are having a data higher than 0 to 9 range. You will add 6 in your final answer to make it in BCD range. Now DA instruction. DA instruction is used for a decimal adjust for addition. Whenever you are performing any addition operation, at that time if you want to adjust your accumulator data, then we use decimal adjust accumulator DA comma DA space A, that is decimal adjust A. Decimal adjust A will adjust your addition result of accumulator into BCD range. The same thing which we have discussed here, but this you have to perform addition manually. Instead of that, there is a direct instruction which we call decimal adjust. The decimal adjust instruction is provided to correct the forementioned problem associated with BCD addition. So it will simply add your data of accumulator if it is exceeding from 0 to 9 with value 6. 6 number will be added with the accumulator data after addition to make it in range of 0 to 9 to adjust it into BCD number system. So DA is used for decimal adjust. It will adjust your accumulator data in BCD range. The same example has been given to you which we have already discussed in previous slide. If you are adding two numbers 29 and 18, data coming is 41H. This is already in BCD range, so no need of making it adjust. But if it is not in range, then you have to add 6 into it. Okay. Here the example for BCD addition is given to you. You can see the program. 5 numbers are added, and if the data gets overloaded from range of 0 to 9, then you have to use extra instruction which is decimal adjust accumulator. Otherwise the program remains same, which we have already seen here. This program we have seen, same program is written for BCD addition, just the difference is you have to add decimal adjust instruction to make your answer in range of BCD number system. So this thing will be added extra, otherwise program remains same. Now, so for today's session, let's keep up to addition operation only. In next session, we will see how to perform subtraction of two unsigned numbers. So for today, you revise whole addition operation for unsigned numbers and BCD addition, and do let me know if you have any queries. In next session, we will discuss subtraction of unsigned numbers. Thank you.